Rockposer's Roulette.
Right, I'm now joined by the guys from Knock Out Kane, so if you'd like to introduce yourselves one at a time, that would be appreciated.
My name is Dean Fox and I do a bit of singing.
My name is Jimmy Bohemian and I play guitar.
My name is Danny Crash and I play drums.
I'm Lee Byrne and unfortunately I'm a bass player.
Why unfortunately?
Why do you think?
Nobody remembers the bass player. Unless you're Nicky Six, obviously.
So, what do you think of the venue?
This place is it's pretty awesome. It's an immense venue, actually. However, we have heard horror stories about where we're playing.
Well, no,
Tiny.
some people are saying that it's like really cool and some people are saying it's...
It's a small room with
it's really cool, yes.
Is it really cool?
I was
Should we
told-
just stick by that then?
I was told that what happens is you walk down a corridor and you get to a broom cupboard. You go inside the broom cupboard and there's some shelves. On top of the shelves there's a shoebox. You take the shoebox out, you take the out, and then there's a little ring box. Inside the ring box there's a little box that used to contain a small piece of sputum from Clive Dunn, who is now sadly dead. And that's where you play.
No, because inside the shoebox is another corridor.
Oh no.
It's like Hard Rock Hill Inception.
That's right, it's a bit like those Russian dolls. You go inside the Russian doll, then you get inside the Russian doll, and I like getting inside Russian dolls. Yeah. So I'll be fine.
Illegal ones.
Yeah. What?
Male or female?
Female.
Bisexual underage Russian dolls.
Oh sure.
Anyway.
We'll have no Jimmy Saviles here. Thank you
Now
very
that the
much.
conversation is going in a downward direction.
Oh, can I just tell you, it
That
only
didn't
gets
take
worse.
long, did it?
We've only been here for an hour.
1 British hour.
Well, you know, British humour. We're gonna reach a level, you know.
Oh yeah.
It's been British humour all this week. We've just come off tour of Love Hate. And Americans,
They just don't get it.
They didn't get our sense of humour at all.
Irony, they think it's some kind of metal.
That's
unfortunately.
right. Yeah, that's right. However, we did get on well with them, really. You know, and we've had the last 2 weeks has been like wall to wall laughter.
My stomach is still aching.
And like sell-out shows every night as well, which has been awesome too.
So it was a really good tour. You had a good
it's
time.
amazing.
It was a success.
Massive success, yeah.
Lovely guys, great tour.
So what have you got planned out band-wise regarding new material, etc.?
Well, we're shooting our first music video next weekend with the Vulcan Bomber.
Excellent.
And after that, we've already started demoing stuff for the next album, but we don't think that we'll get into the studio to actually start doing proper production work on it until the tail end of this year. So basically, for the rest of this year, apart from working on that, we're going to be promoting House of Sins, like we have been for the last 12 months. Things are going really, really well for us. We can't say what we've got in the pipeline because a lot of the stuff is sort of like penciled in, but not in concrete.
Sure.
There's like tours with other name acts and a lot of stuff from America. We've just been taken on by a Hollywood booking agency, Silver Star Entertainment.
Okay.
Who also have people like Love Hate and like Enough's Enough and Tough and Stephen Adler on their books and stuff, and we're the only British band they've got on the books as well, which is pretty cool.
Well, as we said, I mean, talk about British bands. I mean, there is, you know, a real strong force now behind the new British bands or newer British bands that are out there. I mean, it's great. You know, the buzz off it is superb. I mean, obviously, there's quite a few of you here today, which is, you know, getting the name out. Maybe people are not aware of some of the guys who are playing, and it gives them a chance to sort of see what's going on and what have you.
The scene at the moment is the best it's been since we've been a band, I think. Like loads, like Fallen Reds and Estrella and Suicide Tuesday. There's some
$1 million, what are they called?
$1 Million
Reload.
Reload. I think they're Irish,
yeah.
Yeah, they are Irish, but
they're a wicked band. Yeah,
But yeah, there's a whole sort of like really exciting sort of like underbelly of British bands that are coming up at the moment that are really, really starting to make a buzz, and we're quite proud to be a part of that.
Well, it needs to be, because I mean, as much as I'm a fan of Scandi rock, there aren't too many Scandi bands now. We need a lot more British bands out there, I think.
Well, Scandinavian rock, I mean, they really know how to create a good like hard rock product. But for me, and it's only for me, this is just my opinion itself. It's kind of got to that point where it's kind of saturation point. You know, like sort of like LA got to sort of like back then, 20 years ago, 25 years ago, when it was saturation point. And there are certain bands out there that are doing stuff really, really well, like Crazy Licks and Hardcore Superstar, stuff like that, really good stuff. But there's a load of bands out there that seem to me to be sort of like almost cheap copy bands, you know. So
I know exactly what you mean. And I mean, the British bands, there's always that little British bite that gets in there somehow. You know, I don't know quite what it is, but you always know it's a British band.
Well, yeah, I think it's because this is the homeland of rock music. I mean, it really
absolutely.
is.
I totally agree with you.
And I think that if you have that spark and you have that sort of like thing behind you, then as long as you can keep the unit together and all working in the same direction at the same time for long enough, then the public will bite at some point, and you'll be able to sort of like move to the next level, and the next level, and the next level after that. You know.
And I think of you guys coming through, and obviously, as you say, the music scene at such a peak at the moment, which I say, I agree with you, it has been for, you know, a long, long time. You know, I'm an old enough fart to remember the scene well back in the 80s. But the good thing off the back of that is a lot of the older acts are reforming in the last couple of years and finding a new resurgence now, new fans. You know, even younger fans, people probably weren't aware, well, certainly weren't old enough to know back then. You know, so we've got to thank you guys for that kind of thing, you know, to really boost the music scene up.
Well, it's really good. What we've found is that when whether we've been sort of like a supporting band for sort of like a band that was famous back in the 90s or you know, early 90s or late 80s or whatever, we've also found that the audience that have come to see us and come to see us as well when we've been doing headline shows have been across the board, all the way down from little kiddie winkles down up to sort of like, you know, 60-year-old peeps, you know, and we think that's really, really cool. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, in December we were opening for Status Quo, and we did the one on their last tour. It was we opened for them, on the Quo Festive, and we opened for them in Glasgow. The SECC, is it?
No, the Clyde Auditorium, next to the SECC.
And that was stunning as well. But it was really, really cool to see sort of like kiddie winkles, and then it seemed all the way up to sort of like people that are in their 60s and maybe even 70s kind of thing. Massive cross section, and that was the very first time that we'd done an album signing. And so after we'd come off stage, there was like 40 minutes before the Quo went on, and our tour manager had set up a signing place for us. And it's the first time we've done this, and we're all stood there going, no one's going to turn up to this. I'm not sitting down. You sit down there. I'm not going to sit down there. I'm going to look like a fool because no one's going to come up now. And then suddenly the deluge happened.
It's like the Harrods sale.
Yeah, it was like hundreds of people buying the record, signing and stuff like that.
I thought it went gold within an hour. It was crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. But really nice as well. I think we've been 5 weeks now in the Amazon Top 100.
We are.
Rock.
I think we've peaked 7 so far.
We peaked at number 7, which is good.
That's superb.
I think we're down to like 92 again. But
but to be honest with you, I mean, it's so transient. It moves up and down anyway. Just to have got into the top 10 is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, guys, it's been a real pleasure to you. Many thanks for.
Jimmy Bohemian sneezes again. It's like Hiroshima.
At least it was in tune anyway. That's
C sharp, I think.
Thanks very much for doing the interview. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Steve.
Hope you catch your set later.
Yeah, it's been sweet to talk to you.
Thanks so much indeed.
Cheers, mate.
Like the show? Visit our website, rockposer.com, or hit our Facebook page, Rockposers Roulette.